Hey guys, it's Azzy here, back with another video. In today's video, I'm showing you how to solo level as a mage in Stockades, and we're getting right into it. The first pull is down this hall. I pulled the last mob down here with a wand, and I just wand the furthest mob in each of these rooms. You could use Blizzard to get more mobs, but at lower levels, which I am right now, I'm level 25 in this clip, you won't really, you want the mana, right? You don't want to dump your mana in pulling. So you gotta compromise with the amount of mobs you get initially. You can do this from level 22. I did this from 22. It wasn't enjoyable. It started feeling all right at 24. So my recommendation would definitely be to go here at 24. But it's a good, you can get in some good practice from 22 to 24. So it's a breeze from there on off. I'm using this juggle spot, that I think was discovered in SOD. But yeah. The trick to this is that you primarily want a Blizzard on the left side, and you see the line in the middle of the stairs. I use that as like an indicator of how I want to juggle the mobs. So I want them, when they're walking back here, to pass the line, and then I hug there, and then I go back. I just peek for a second, and that causes the mobs to run to me. But when they want to run back the other way again, they go around the pillar over there. So it gives me an opportunity to do a full Blizzard. I could Blizzard on the other side as well, but you don't get a full cast off, and I kind of want the mana ticks, just a passive mana regen from not casting. So I'm only, almost only casting on the left side. When I get them kind of low, I start casting on the right side, as you can see here. But as you also can tell, I have to stop like 60% through. And you need them to get a bit off the wall on the right before you can juggle them like that, right? So you just want to get them into position. And then you need engineering for this. At least engineering makes it way easier because you can send nades like you saw me do the first part of the kill phase. And during the last part here is also nice. I like to Nova them and just send a nade and just finish them off. Sometimes you can get them in a Nova real stacked and you just nade them and kill them off like that. If they start running away, just keep juggling the ones that are trying to get to you on the wall. And the ones that run back to you after they've done fleeing, they will fall into line again. You might take a hit or two, especially if they're running behind you. But they will patrol with the others if you keep moving to the sides. That was the first pull. And the reality of this, doing this, I would love to show you just like a perfect run. But most runs, you're going to have to run out of the instance because the pull is bad, right? So I don't even remember if I need to do that in this video. But in some runs, you're going to have to run out, reset the pull, and just go again. It's still better than questing or getting boosted. But it does take some practice. This is not an easy pull, easy boost, or whatever we want to call it, because also there's a big chance of the mobs resisting, and the juggle spot is finicky. You can sometimes it doesn't really behave the way you want it, and they just slap you and you die. So you're gonna have to live with that. Yeah, you just pull whatever you can, right? You get dazed, you get stunned. I tend to hold my blink for if I get stunned or if I get dazed. Well, yeah, same as before. The kill setup is the same every time. You want to get them on the right side, running around that near that pole. Sometimes you gotta take some hits to get that last guy in line. That's just how it is. You're gonna be juggling between very low HP often, so better get used to that. And then we send a nade. The grenades are like a huge help damage wise. As you can tell, they're doing like 200 plus damage per mob, which is like more than my Blizzards, like a full duration Blizzard is doing. But yeah, you want engineering, as I said before, for the nades, but also for minor recombobulator and the helm that I have currently. At the end of the video, I'll show on screen which things I'm using, consumables, etc. So you can copy it. I am using stamina and spirit gear, and a little bit of int gear, but mainly just a bunch of stamina to live, and a lot of spirit, because spirit is nice here for the HP 5, MP 5. You're taking a lot of damage, and if you don't have MP 5, you're just gonna, an HP 5, you're just gonna die. I don't find it to be a struggle with a low mana pool with this much regen. But yeah, you need scrolls, you need potions, you know, armor is really nice, like a defense pot and protection scroll, stamina scroll, spirit scroll. I'm not using everything in this clip because you don't strictly need everything. It just makes it way easier if you do have everything. I would say I could definitely be faster in this run, and I could also had some better RNG with like pulling, because as you'll see soon, like a lot of mobs don't get pulled. They don't social from the ones I do wand, right? And some runs I pull the whole room with just a single wand cast, and other times it only pulls that single mob that I target. Here, as you can tell, I'm like almost dead here, right? Just gotta stay cool. I mean, I could have died there if the mob crit on me. That's literally how this run just goes, right? You have to be really lucky to not almost die every time. But it's pretty consistent, I would say. It's consistently, even when you're learning, pretty darn good XP per hour. And I don't really die during these runs. If I'm close to dying and I'm like, oh, I might die here, I'm just zoning out, right? I'm right there at the portal and I'm zoning out. It's not worth to greed it. Usually, if you're really low HP, the pull just started, you're gonna need a lot of HP because you're gonna take a few hits during the kill phase, right? So if you're not, I don't know, 80% HP when you get into the spot, I would just run out, reset, do another pull. Yeah, I'm like marking, I'm like scouting out the rooms. Which rooms have some mobs in them? What do I need to pull, right? I just tend to pull these hallways, clear the hallways, and then if I'm in really good pace, I won't reset the dungeon, and I'll just go ahead and pull the rooms as well down there. I would say at 22, I would only do this first hallway, probably. At 22, I was only doing this hallway from 22 to 24. But mainly because I'm practicing, and level 25 mobs really suck when you're 22. And they're a bit higher level at the lower levels, I believe, down the hallways to the right and the left. Because at level 25, if you're 22, they're going to resist your Nova often, and they're going to run through your Blizzard, and it's going to be annoying. But yeah, standard setup, get them into position, Blizzard them. After the first full Blizzard duration, you run to the right, you throw a nade, right, like I just did there. This is rinse repeat. I would for sure just pick up one mob and learn the behavior of this juggle spot. I wouldn't like start pulling the whole hallway until you have a feel for how it works. But yeah, the move you need to master, as I said before, is this one, right? A little bit to the right and then to the left, and get them to stack up tightly, walk in circles, right? And yes, you will, at the beginning, you'll run out the instance unintentionally a lot because you're learning how to do it right. But like, yeah, that's just how it is. It's a learning process. And you see my nade is off CD here. I could throw the nade now and just get him lower, or I could hold it for when they're fleeing and try to do a Nova, nade Blizzard thingamajig. I think I do that this pull, but I'm actually out of mana to do another Blizzard, and that kind of sucks. I would recommend just juggle them until you have the mana to do the combo that's like Nova, nade, Blizzard, right? And as you saw in the very first pull, I'm evoing after the Nova, which you can do if you need mana, right? See, I'm throwing a nade. And you see I don't have the mana for Blizzard. And if I did, I could probably have finished off most of them right there. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw up the things on the screen now, as soon as I've killed this, of which items I'm running with. Let me see. Or actually, am I doing another? I think I might do another pull. Yeah, I think I'm doing another pull. Sorry. Yep, getting ready for another pull. So the higher level you get, the more time, the more pulls you get to do, because you just have more time before within the lockout, right? You need, ideally, you spend 12 minutes in here and then you reset, because the further away you go from the entrance, you know, the less it's less efficient to run all the way down here to pull mobs than just reset and pull the nearest mobs again. But of course you can do whatever you want, right? Pull the wand and just try to get whatever you can. When I'm pulling rooms at the entrance and then also down the hallway, I save my Nova for whenever they like catch up to me, right? So I have time to. I don't even Nova here. Get him on the right and then Blizzard. Full duration Blizzard, and then you run to the right yourself. Throw a nade. And then as soon as they cross the midway, you run left, then middle, then left. Just like that. And I was gonna check how much the XP and mobs, mob count we were at, but the instance tracker is bugging out. And now I'm using a mana potion. Nade is coming up. My minor recomp is also ready. My trinket. I shouldn't have naded there. I should have done Nova nade Blizzard, but yeah. And now I'm realizing I gotta make him stack, otherwise I'm just gonna go trying to kill a few. So I'm just juggling until they get into the spot again. But I'm taking hits from the ones who like ran through the portal, right? The instance portal. And now we're in position again. So this is also a way to do it, right? If you don't have nades, if you can't finish them off with a big bang, then just gotta be okay with taking some hits. And you see, even though he's like behind me, he's gonna, oh, okay, that guy's fleeing though, but usually they do run past me and join the others if I'm standing on the side. And don't do like I did. I should have just have naded them up here and finished it or whatever. You see, I was about to nade and I'm like, nah, just gonna Just gonna Evo and Frostbolt. But then, for some reason, line of sight when the mobs are up there, I can't even wand. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get distance now. I'm just gonna wand them down. But yeah. He almost kills me. I think I need a new wand. This one is doing no damage. Well, that's it. Right, I'm gonna show you the gear now. In a second. Here we go. NG head, spirit and int, most of it, right? Just off the auction house. And then the trinkets from engineering that give you health and mana. Look at that. A lot of spirit. These kind of standard mage AoE talents. You could take instead of the... Never mind, actually. You can take some points in Arcane if you'd like. As soon as you have like Int Blizzard. Solid Dynamite, mana potions. I'll see you next time.